All right, guys, week 10. Week 10 coming up. I've made 16 trades so far this year, and I think my lineup is better than it was when I drafted it. So, not only that, I got all the picks. Anywho, uh, week 10 is going to be important. I figured it out. 7 wins gets you into the playoffs with no tiebreakers. And let's be fair, there's only 5 teams that can get to 7 wins, really. I don't think any of us down the bottom are going to go on a tear, but you never know. Game 1, me versus Calder. Calder's the favorite. I think he beat me last year. Maybe it's a trend. I don't know. Key players for me, new boy, Miles Sanders. I think he's going to play. He's been practicing, so he is big time key for me against the Giants. I need him to go off. Cooper Cup. The reason I gotta say that no, he's the matchup I want to watch. So I'm gonna ignore Cooper Cup for now. But then it's Mike Williams. Okay. Herbert loves to throw to Keenan Allen. Can he get them both involved? Can Williams get a touchdown? My lineup is based on wide receivers, so I need them to do well. Over on the other side of the ball, Devontae Parker. So last year, Preston Williams got hurt, and Devontae Parker became the number 2 wide receiver for the rest of the season after that. Can Tua Tagovailoa, can he do that? Can he make Parker a great wide receiver again? We'll see. He's going to go up against Casey Hayward this week. That's a tough matchup, but he did it last year, and he beat Stephon Gilmore. So we'll see. So Parker, and I would say probably Kareem Hunt. So after Chubb went down, everybody thought Kareem Hunt was going to be like the best running back ever. And he's been fine. Not special. Chubb's probably coming back this week. So what happens? We'll see, I guess. And the matchup to watch is the Rams wide receivers. I've got Kupp. He's got Woods. Kupp's been getting all the targets. Woods been scoring all the touchdowns. So we'll see what happens. A little side note on this matchup. If Josh Allen scores 45 points like he did the week before, I am in big time trouble. But I'm picking me. I'm going to win. Going to beat Calder. I'm going to be knocking on the door of a playoff spot. Do I want to make the playoffs? Whatever. But it'll be fun. Matchup number 2. New king of the world, Jason Hahn, versus Danny Wynot. Danny pulled a big upset last week. Can he pull another one? Keys for Hahn. God, I don't want to say all his good players. They're all good, but I'll say Brandon Cooks. So ever since Bill O'Brien got fired, Brandon Cooks has been great. So when Hahn needed it, because Dallas lost their quarterback, so Amari Cooper's not been great. He got it from Brandon Cooks. So that's one key for Hahn. I mean, his superstars are so key for him, right? Devontae Adams has been amazing. So I'll say Devontae Adams because Jacksonville can't cover Devontae Adams. So Devontae Adams will score as many points as Aaron Rodgers wants him to score. Over on the other side, speaking of Green Bay players, Aaron Jones for Danny. Could this be another big 4-touchdown week or something for Aaron Jones? Because Jacksonville cannot stop the run. The other key for Danny is Mike Evans. So Mike Evans didn't do great last week, but he was wide open down the middle of the field for what would have been a day-making touchdown. And Brady literally threw it somewhere else. Now, Tom Brady has made a killing throwing to the open receiver, but he missed him. 2 great matchups to watch, but quarterback's always a focus, so that's what we're going to watch. Herbert and Murray. Murray's been amazing. Herbert has been wonderful. But I'm also going to watch James Conner versus Josh Jacobs because, and I know I've named like all their players, But Connor has a great matchup. Should get points. Last week they took him off the field. He got game scripted out. He shouldn't this time. And over on the other side, Denver is good against wide receivers, but Josh Jacobs is a real running backs. But Josh Jacobs is a really good running back. So we'll see. I think Hahn takes this match over Danny, and the reason I'm saying that is because I think Waller is going to beat Irv Smith like a drum at tight end. Next match. Come on, you tablet. The battle of the house. Deke versus Drew. Traded Drew Justin Jefferson this week. So instead of having Julio on a bye, he's got Justin Jefferson. Who's key for Derek? Jonathan Taylor. Just traded back for him. Is Taylor in the doghouse? He fumbled last week. He was playing well. And then he fumbled, and they benched him. But I think he's the starter there. I think he'll come out. The problem is Frank Reich is known to go with the hot hand. So maybe it's a Wilkins week, maybe it's a Hines week, maybe it's a Taylor week. The other guy who's key for Derek is Tyler Lockett. So Tyler Lockett has been feast or famine. He's either been a top 3 wide receiver or he's been garbage. This week, DK Metcalf's going to go against Jalen Ramsey, and Jalen Ramsey's probably going to follow him around the field, which means Tyler Lockett gets a much better matchup. He's key. Over on the other side of the ball for Drew, Justin Jefferson, he needs him. Jefferson's got a tough matchup against Chicago, but he's a really good wide receiver. He needs him. And the other one is Jarvis Landry. He needs Jarvis Landry too. Drew's 1-8. He needs to get some wins, and it'd be great to beat your dad, right? Amazing matchup for Landry against Houston. No Odell. Hooper's coming first week back. Higgins can't be depended on. But Landry, yeah. And the matchup I'm watching in this one, is it Lamar versus Deshaun Watson? No. It is the 2 young tight ends, Noah Fant versus TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson versus Washington, he's been a really good player this year. And Fant, when healthy, is always a threat. So that's what I'm watching. I think, man, this is a tough call. I think Derek's going to win. I wouldn't be shocked if Drew won, but I think Derek is going to win. Another big matchup for Devin. Man, Devin is running the gauntlet, isn't he? He played Han, he played Rich, he played Dan, and now he's playing Yip, and might be all in a row. Now, lucky for Devin, he gets Michael Yip when the Chiefs are on bye, which means no Mahomes and no Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So, who are keys? Darrell Henderson seems to be healthy. He's coming back. He's a key for Yip. He needs Henderson versus Seattle to have a big day. He's going to contend with Devin. Number 2, Christian Kirk versus Buffalo. So Kirk has been really, really good the last few weeks, taking the targets away from DeAndre Hopkins. Other side, for Devin, the keys for Devin, Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews has 3 good weeks. If his name was not Mark Andrews and he was not on the Baltimore Ravens, who can't throw the ball this year, he's a cut candidate, but he's not. Because the talent is there. Mark Andrews is key. The other key is Antonio Gibson. And the reason Antonio Gibson is key is because J.D. McKissick might be taking his job. And if J.D. McKissick is taking your job, that's not good. Finally, I'm going to watch. This is an interesting one. So there's Cardinals receivers. There's Bucks running backs. There's Bucks receivers if Devin chooses to do it. Oh no, I was thinking about the other test. Thinking about Derek has Godwin. But anyway, um, yeah, there's lots of good matchups in this one. The most important matchup is quarterbacks. Carr needs to keep pace with Russell. Uh, I think Devin's going to win this match. Rich versus Spencer. Rich just took down Devin last week. Um, this one will be an interesting matchup because the question is, so the key's Dalvin Cook. Can he get 40 plus points for a third straight week? Is he the greatest fantasy running back? Even better than Christian McCaffrey? Maybe. Um, maybe in standard, not in PPR. He's not going to catch 100 passes, but maybe in standard. Dalvin Cook, how many points will he put up? And number two for Rich is Jerick McKinnon. Looking down through his lineup, and also Chiefs on a bye and some other guys on a bye, he needs McKinnon to have a big day. Over on the other side of the ball, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen has been a monster with Justin Herbert. And the other key, Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel, for the last 2 weeks, has been amazing. And they're finding ways to use him. And now no Christian McCaffrey this week, likely. So, yeah. I'm calling my shot on this one. I think Spencer will upset Rich. I think it happens. And here's the matchup that's going to do it. Goff versus Seattle and Stafford on the other side. I think Goff's going to have a big week. Look what people have been doing to Seattle. If that happens, I think Spencer pulls the upset here. Whew, spicy. Guy just beat one of the best regular season players we had, and I'm calling him to lose the next week. Letdown game. All right, final game of the week. Finals rematch from 2 years ago. Graham versus Dan. Dan has the advantage this year. No one has suffered injuries like Graham. But who's key for Graham? T. Higgins. Actually, 2 rookie wide receivers are key for Graham. T. Higgins and Chase Claypool. They're playing against each other. Can Higgins get in the end zone against Pittsburgh? Can Claypool have a big day against Cincinnati? If those things happen, if they both have a big day, Graham's got a shot. If not, it's probably going to the dogs. Other side of the ball. DeAndre Swift. He looks so much better than Adrian Peterson. But Matt Patricia's an idiot. So he doesn't handle the ball enough. Swift is key. And Robinson. James Robinson. Now, imagine how different fantasy lives would be had I beat Dan to the waiver wire that day. Imagine if he had to work or something. I missed it. But he got James Robinson, and James Robinson's been a stud. So, he's a key. Quarterback is the key to this matchup. Graham needs Wentz to go ham. Because he's going against Aaron Rodgers, who's been great this year, except in one game. And Aaron Rodgers is going against Jacksonville. Needs it. Dan, unfortunately for Graham, Christian McCaffrey came back for 1 week, scored 27 fantasy points, and now he's back on the missing a week. Maybe only 1 week though. Anyway, Dan Evans is going to win this match. So 6-0 this week. To recap, I'll go Dan Evans over Graham. Upset alert: Spencer over Rich. Devin over Yip. Derek over Drew. Han over Danny Wynot. And obviously me over Calder. 6-0. Good luck this week, guys.